Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a foundation review and I'm so excited because I love foundation reviews. And I'm going to be talking about the brand new IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation Plus Skincare. I'll say it says, improves bare skin in just 2 weeks, water light, medium coverage, natural radiant finish. So this is the bottle right here. It's nice glass packaging. I have no nails anymore, so does that even work? Don't think so. Does have a pump. I'll go and say right off the bat because I know people are going to want to know. I am in the shade Medium Neutral 31. I had originally picked out a different shade than this. It was another medium neutral shade, but it was a different number, and they were out of stock by the time I went to purchase this. So this works fine for me. This is the newest foundation to the IT Cosmetics line. Their Confidence in a Foundation is one of my very favorite foundations ever, and for some reason, they only had it on the market for like 5 months, and then they took it away. I have no idea why, because I love this. Now, this is marketed, or was marketed, as full coverage. This is marketed as a medium buildable coverage. Lots and lots of claims about this foundation, but the first thing I want to say is that when I look at the ingredient list, it is much shorter, than like the CC cream. The CC cream has like 90 plus ingredients in it, which is crazy to me. This one still has quite a few ingredients because they are written in a very small print, but I don't think it's as much as the CC cream. It says water light, and I feel like I've heard people mention, now I have not watched any reviews because I did not want to be biased, but I feel like I've heard people mention like on Instagram and stuff that it's a water-based foundation. Yes, water is the first ingredient, but dimethicone is the second. So it's hard to say without knowing the exact percentage of water whether or not it is a true water-based foundation, but the consistency does lean more liquidy. Again, it claims to have skincare benefits. Let me read through some of these claims before we get into the demo. Lightweight, hydrating foundation, natural radiant finish that gives you skin even on days you don't wear it. So this is, I feel like, their biggest claim. They're basically stating that it's going to make your bare skin look better with consistent use. I'll give my 2 cents on that in a minute. Buildable medium coverage, minimizes the look of pores and imperfections, delivers all-day hydration, again, natural radiant finish, says it's suitable for all skin types, we'll see about that, infused with hyaluronic acid, aloe vera extract, vitamins E and B5, goes beyond a tinted moisturizer by working behind the scenes as you wear it. They're really, 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 really digging that point in, okay? After just 2 weeks, skin looks smoother, skin tone appears more even, and skin texture is visibly refined. Does have a microfine pearl powder, which they say helps with the radiant finish. So let's go ahead and start. This is with nothing on my skin. I have no makeup on my skin. I have a little bit of corrector under my eyes, and that is it. So this is what we're working with. I have my normal like redness, just a little bit on my cheeks. I do feel like I'm using something that's helping with that, which I'll talk about in a future video very soon. My nose seems to be pretty red today, so let's just go ahead and jump in. I have been using this, as with all of my foundation reviews, for at least 5 days before I come and talk about it. And I have found that I'd much prefer a brush with this foundation. I purchased it during an event at Ulta where they gave you this Airbrush Complexion Perfection number 15 brush if you purchase the foundation. So this is the one I have been loving with it. I really do like this. In fact, I've been using this with other foundations lately too and enjoying it. So I take 2 pumps of this foundation. So again, this is Medium Neutral 31. I will say also, because I forgot to mention, this comes in 40 shades, and the shade span, the range, seems to be very good to me upon first look on the website. I know IT Cosmetics has gotten a lot of flack in the past for not having an extensive shade range to cover all skin tones, and I feel like they pulled it out with this one. It is 1 fluid ounce, and it is $39.50. So let's go ahead and put it on one side of my face. This is a very thin foundation. It is not thick. If you do not want to feel foundation on your face, this is a good one to look at. And then I'm just going to take the brush, and how I apply all my foundations is just by stippling it in. I'm not a buffer. I'm a stippler. Sounds like a name of a country song. So that small amount provided what I do believe is a nice medium coverage because I don't see any of my redness anymore. In fact, I don't even really see any place where I need to build it up. And that was just by that quick stippling that you saw. I didn't edit anything out on that part. So this is the side with no makeup. Again, you can see some imperfections and redness. And then this is the side with the foundation. Very, 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 very easy to apply. And again, it is extremely lightweight, which they claim on the bottle as being water light. And I do have to agree with that. I'm not editing any part out of this because I want you to see how fast it applies on the skin with this and any brush. Now, the reason I don't like a sponge with this is because of its consistency. When I'm using a foundation that is much lighter in consistency, as this one is, much more watery, I feel like the sponge, even when wet, just absorbs too much product. So I always tend to reach for a brush with foundations like this. And there you go. Just like that, it is buffed in. I have just a little bit left on my hand from those two pumps. They are not excessively large pumps. And I have found that 2 is like the sweet spot for me. 1 is not quite enough coverage for me, although if you wanted to shear it down or if you did not want a medium coverage, you could definitely do 1 pump. And I don't, again, feel like I need to build this up. So I can't speak on the claim of whether or not it's buildable. I could sit here and try to build it up on my face, but am I really going to be able to tell if it's buildable if I don't have anything to build upon, meaning I don't have any redness to continue to cover or spots or anything like that? I hope that makes sense. In my makeup riddled brain, it does. So this is the foundation close up. Super fast application, as you saw. I still have a crease in my face from sleeping. And it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I woke up 4 hours ago. My pores don't look exaggerated. I feel like it does have the nice natural radiant coverage that it says. I don't think it's like over the top radiant. I just think it looks like really natural, fresh, good skin. So I'm going to finish up my makeup and I'll be back to give you my final thoughts. Okay, so I finished up my makeup. Before I start talking about my final thoughts, I'll do a close-up real quick about how the foundation looks with makeup on top of it. And I'll show you in just a second what powder that I used today. But this is the foundation on the skin. And to me, it does not look heavy or foundation-like or anything like that. So my final thoughts are not going to last very long because I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all the same as I told a couple of the people when I posted this on Instagram, my Instagram stories, and y'all messaged me and were like, I won't tell, I promise, but I want to know, do you like it? Because I want to order it. And I'm going to tell you, I don't like it. I love it. I love this foundation. And I love it to the extent that I love this, but for totally different reasons. This is a fuller coverage foundation. This one looks more like skin. This one looks a little bit like makeup. I mean, I'm okay with that because, I mean, I wear this kind of makeup a lot. But I just adore this. And I think that's saying a lot because I don't adore all of IT Cosmetics foundations. In fact, I really don't like the original CC cream. I like the matte version of the CC cream. And I love the, I think it's the Baba foundation. Is that right? That comes in like the CC cream tube. But I don't like the CC cream. This is great. I have tried it with multiple primers, multiple powders. Today I didn't use a primer because I have found that for me personally, I like it best without a primer. I just think it lays better on the skin. I think it wears even better throughout the day. I tried, a couple luminous primers with it and I just felt like it got a little too luminous throughout the day. Whereas when I don't use a primer, it's just right for me. It doesn't get oily looking. It just looks like my skin is progressing as skin throughout the day, which is what I want. Even though obviously I wear a good bit of makeup, I don't want to look like I have a 1-inch thick layer of foundation on my face. It's very, again, lightweight. I don't find that it really sinks into my lines at all. It's not the best under a mask, but I mean, really, I can't fault it for that because I personally think that a powder foundation or no foundation is the way to go under a mask. In fact, my first video of next week is going to be my mask makeup, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But it's not horrible. I mean, it doesn't completely come off, but it does rub off the nose a little bit under a mask. Today, I used the Shiseido Synchroskin Invisible Silk Loose Powder. I honestly have not used a powder that I don't like over this, so I think if you have a favorite one, it will likely work. As far as who this is good for, you know, it says for all skin types. It doesn't have anything in it as far as added oils or anything like the CC cream does that would put people with oily skin off. I don't know that it will wear as long as it does on someone like me who has more normal skin. I think if you have dry skin, you're going to really enjoy this. And I think if you prime accordingly with oily or combo skin, you will also really like this if you like a more natural skin-like finish. If you're looking for something matte, this is not going to be the one for you. Now, real quick on the claim that it really tries to hit home with about making your bare skin look better over 2 weeks. For me, I don't anticipate that ever happening, even if I use this every single day for like a month. I don't think that my skin would look any different because I have a very extensive morning skincare routine. I mean, I cleanse my face, I tone my face, I have 3 serums, an eye cream, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen on before I even touch a makeup product. So for that to actually absorb through my skin and do anything is pretty much not going to be happening. So if you are someone who takes really good care of their skin in the form of skincare products, wears SPF every day, has pretty much anything under this foundation, I just don't know how that can hold true. Somebody else may say different. I just don't believe that personally. And you do need to wear a separate sunscreen under this because this has no sunscreen in it. And I know a lot of people are used to IT Cosmetics foundation products having sunscreen in them, but this absolutely does not. So be sure to wear an SPF under it. And again, I can't get on with that claim. All the other claims about it lasting and having medium to buildable coverage, that was a mouthful, natural radiant finish, looking gorgeous on the skin, being lightweight, I totally agree with. So if that is the type of foundation that you are looking for, I highly recommend trying this out because I really like it. I have not once been sad that I have to wear this foundation for review purposes, and there are some foundations where I'm like, do I really have to wear this again? Like, it's just not my favorite foundation, even though I am trying to wear it to gather information for review. I have not felt like that with this foundation. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. I know I couldn't have possibly gone over every single point. So if you have any additional ones that you think I may be able to answer, be sure and put them down in the comment section below. I will have this foundation everywhere you can purchase it linked, as well as everything that I have on my face. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. I hope you're all staying safe, healthy, and sane, and that most of all, you go out and have a very blessed day.